Well, hello there. Master Hellish here with an itchy head. And welcome to my Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. Overall, this Let's Play's been doing quite well. And in tonight's stream was voted for by the viewers. Hello, Brandon. Now, you just got to bear with me a moment while I duplicate a view so that we can have good frame rates. No, that's the wrong one. I see that Jim is here, Jack and Neil are here, and Brandon. Hello, everybody. So I'm going to just switch to my overcrowd view, duplicate it, and call it Kerbal Space Program because remember, recently I changed a number of the ways that I work some things on my streaming to improve some frame rates and so forth. So now we're streaming at 60 frames per second. My computer can cope with it really well. But it means that some of my kind of streaming settings are all kind of old and need updating. So this is the first time I've done Kerbal Space Program under these new settings. So fingers crossed, there we go. I've set up the new view and I think we're ready to go. Looks like there's a few people joining. We'll just give it a minute for other people to join along and then we'll open up the game save. Got a couple of messages left over from before the stream that I need to deal with. I've been looking forward to this live stream actually. Because we kind of left it on a bit of a cliffhanger. And I'll remind you in a minute. There we go. Perfect. Right, so there we go. Let's get into the game myself and we'll start up our previously saved game. So if you don't remember what was going on, basically I took a mission to do some surveys via an aeroplane, which I thought was going to be easy, but then I found out that the surveys were at the North Pole. So let's load that save. Let's load the quick save that we made. And I had no way of getting my plane there, so we had to develop a brand new way. It's a little loud. There we go. We had to invent a new way to get our plane over there, and what we did is we built a plane lobber rocket. Now, let's have a look at the mini-map. What are we doing? We're currently on our way to one of the destinations. It's going to take us a little while to get there, I think. Is this plane more stable than one I saw last time? This plane is actually very stable. I'm not going to mess around with it because we're in the middle of a mission. But basically, most of the flaps are set so that they only deploy up to 3%. Jimmy says, I wonder if there'll be a Kerbal Space Program 2. Are you saying that ironically, Jimmy? Because we know there's going to be a Kerbal Space Program 2 and we've been given a release date. So I've got crumbs on my desk. I was eating some of my dad's birthday cake before the live stream. I've got a few crumbs on the desk, which is not good at all, is it? Right, so... Oh, we're actually slowing down. Let's hit those engines to max. There we go. It's been delayed. It has been delayed. I think this is the second time it's been delayed, but really... With the global pandemic going on at the minute, I kind of don't blame delays. Now what I'm going to do is whilst we're flying over to that point, I'm just going to move my box so that you guys can see that information at the top there, if you want to see it. There we go, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Valentina in the bottom corner. She's quite happy. We're going really fast now. There we go. So the... did that? Oh, there's debris from the jet lobber. We'll have to tidy that up at some point. Jimmy's been living under a rock. Yeah, it does appear to be the case. Now, whilst it's going to take us a little while to get there, I think, it's going to take us a lot less than what it would have done if it tried to just fly here outright. So it looks like we're flying relatively level. Just doing some tiny adjustments as we go. And to keep that nose up without climbing too much. This kind of tail fin arrangement where we've got two wide fins like that instead of one vertical fin, I think it's actually quite good. And we did that to allow room for one of the lobber tanks. So let's have a look. Yeah, we need to get prepared because as soon as we get to that mark, we're going to have to do the... I can't remember what we're doing now. Crew report. Okay, so let's right click on the cabin, pin that and bring it onto the screen here so that we can do crew report at the exact right moment. Now, we need to do a bit of turning because we're going slightly off course by the looks of it. Yep, we're going slightly off course. So I'm going to try and just use a bit of... I think it's yaw? Yeah, because that's roll, that's pitch. Yeah, that's yaw. So we're doing some yaw. Whoa! I forgot to be gentle with the controls. Getting some FPS drops. Oh my goodness, it's terrible. Yeah, I'm seeing the drops, and I don't know why, Jack. Yeah, I'm seeing it at my end now, and I don't know why. What I'll do is I'll look into that when I'm not flying the aircraft. Yeah, it's very choppy. Okay, we're actually going to the point now where there's... Hang on, where are we? We've missed it. Oh my gracious! Right. We didn't turn in time. Thank you very much, George. I will attempt to fly safely. We're doing okay with that at the moment. Yeah, there is some crazy FPS drops, and I don't know why. We haven't had that with any other game recently. Alright, let's have a look. Are we... Nope, we're completely off target again. Let's bring this craft round. Is that right? Are we... Nope, not... Really need to do some turning. We've kind of looped round it almost. Nope, more? This is crazy. Whoa. Okay. We're now entering it. Okay, crew report. Do the crew report. As soon as this mission's over, I'll look into those... Oh, hang on. The FPS situation seems to have sorted itself out. According to my end, everything's okay now. Oh well. Right, carrying on with the mission, we need to do a 90-degree right turn. So let's roll to the right and bring the craft round. Gently. We're running on about 2/3 throttle at the moment, which is fine. FPS seems to be fine. I don't know what those FPS issues were, but they seem to have solved themselves. Let me know if they come back, guys, and I'll check things out on my side. Maybe it wasn't anything on my computer on my end. Right, we are now heading in roughly the right direction. We need to make this our target. Hang on a minute. No, we're not. We're heading in exactly the wrong direction. Right, we're going to do a loop-the-loop. Well, a part loop. We're going to go round halfway and then barrel roll out of it. Is it a barrel roll or is it just a roll? Either way, we've done it. I don't know. Don't care. I've managed it. Okay, cool. Well, at least we're heading the right way now. Let's make that our target. Oh no, navigation is already activated. Fantastic. And it looks like we're almost perfectly on target for it as well. Okay, let's have a look. Never played it but heard about it. Can you build a custom craft? This is a custom craft here. This is one that I've built. We've got some canards on the front here. We've got a cockpit. We've got a passenger section with some winglet bits here. We've got some large wings with 3 small fuel tanks, air intake on the front there, and little jet engine on the back. And we've got a big jet engine on the middle back there and some tail fins. All stuck together at the angles and positions that I wanted. Now we're starting to get close to this point, so I think we might need to just try and bring the aircraft over a little bit. The FPS drop is back. I'm not seeing anything on my side, Jack, yet. Either that or it got resolved before I saw it. Yeah, again, it looks like it's okay. It seemed to be when you zoomed close in on the aircraft. If I zoom out, that looks like it might have been a coincidence, Jack. I think. Let's keep experiment and do a crew report. Keep experiment. That's those 2 done. Thank you for subscribing, Winston. Welcome. We're going to roll the craft onto its side now. I'm going to keep it. If I'm looking this way, it's because I'm checking those frames. I might even move you guys to a different screen. Okay. Alright, let's try and get this aircraft turned in the right direction. Come on. Just a little bit more roll. And just a little bit. Oh, we're getting low. We're only 500 meters above the ground. 300. Oh, I say ground. We're over the ocean now, aren't we? Okay. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, we need to adjust our course slightly, but as long as we're climbing. Let's put ourselves into a climb. How does this one land? It's got landing gear. On the back there, there's got landing gear. I've also got some parachutes on there. We'll be landing this craft quite soon, actually. So, once we've got to the land and we've done our crew observation, we'll land the aircraft and recover it from the North Pole using the recover rather than flying it back again. Because it would probably take hours to fly back. Okay, let's just see if we can get ourselves on a little bit of a better heading towards our objective. I want to stay really about 2 kilometers in the air. In the air. There we go. So we're climbing at nearly. Oh, we're entering the zone. Crew report. Overwrite the existing crew report and keep the experiment. There we go. Conduct observational surveys of Kerbin has been completed. Alex says, I didn't know you played Kerbal Space Program. I think I've got 2 Let's Play series on my YouTube channel. I've got at least 1. Anyway, now comes the difficult bit. We've got to try and land this. The good news is it looks like we've got a big, flat, open area here. So we're going to throttle down. We're going to not do the landing gear just yet. Now let me just check these chutes. So according to this, all 3 parachutes go at the same time. I don't really want the front chute to open, so we'll do rear chutes only. There we go. And I can't remember the action groups for this, but we'll get the gear down. Do we put the lights on? Oh, we'll put the lights on. Let's check the fuel. Have we got plenty of electrical charge? Yeah, we've got loads of electrical charge. Fantastic. Okay, so we need to start bringing this craft down. Let's actually point the nose down slightly. Bring our altitude down. I've definitely got at least one series of Kerbal Space Program, because I remember doing like the final few episodes where we was trying to build... I built a spacecraft in orbit, and then I realised it wasn't good enough, so I took it apart and rebuilt it during orbit, and then I realised it still wasn't good enough, so I deorbited it and landed it on the ground. I think it's where we ended that series. Maybe we'll do a new series when we get to Kerbal Space Program 2. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? We're still going way too fast. I'm going to cut those engines. And we are 800 metres above the ground. We don't need landing gear just yet. We'll be alright. 600 metres. I don't think I've actually landed this version of the jet, because this one's got the extended crew cabin and the different wings on the back, so we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, we're getting to about 200 now, so I'm going to try and level it out. Pull that nose up a little bit. Let's get that landing gear out. There we go. Now we're starting to drop within stall sort of speeds. Need to try and keep that nose up. We're still going down. Don't want to go down just yet. We're travelling at 120 metres per second. That's too fast. We're about to get closer to the surface. We're 30 metres up, 100 metres per second. Again, we need to bring the craft up a little bit. I'm not happy with landing at that speed. Okay, the craft's going to land in a second. The craft is going to land in a second. Doesn't seem to want to level out very well. It's dropping a lot. Here we go. Brakes, chutes, both deployed. Look at that for a quick, brilliant landing. Fantastic. And we got some frame drops again. We did get some frame drops again. I wonder what's going on. We'll have to investigate that. Just a little bit of drink there. So, Valentina did well. Brilliant view from the North Pole, from the cockpit. We have arrived. Yeah, that's right. We have arrived at the destination. So let's recover the vessel and head back to the Space Center. Trying to fix my camera there. It wasn't quite right. There we go. Yeah, we've got some drops. What we'll do is that if it's not too bad, we'll carry on. If it gets really bad, we'll take a break and I'll see what I can do. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, there's all our science done, and our funds back, and our reputation, and our pilots fantastic. We've got 7 contracts where we got various different things completed. Science. I accidentally clicked the vehicle assembly building. Let's get out of there. And if we look here, we still haven't quite got enough science to unlock the next things. But let's have a look at mission control to see what they want me to do. Science data from space around Kerbin. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin. You know what? Every now and then you get one of them, and I think if we had a satellite, that would be a fantastic thing to do. Let's build a satellite, put it in orbit, and then we'll be able to... In fact, we'll accept that. And we'll just check to see if there's nothing else I want to do right now. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbin. Not Not right now. Let's work on a satellite. It's not disastrous drops. Yeah, and most of the time I think we're fine because it's showing me at a. It says on 5. I've got a notification here. On 5 occasions we've had frames drops detected. So what I'll do is I'll see if I can get the logs from that and sort out something. Okay, let's get rid of that. Right, everything's looking good. So let's have a look at our saved aircraft. Now we've got the Moon Mark 1 aircraft. Shall we start from scratch? I mean, if we take the Moon Mark 2, there we go, and use that as a kind of basis. Red Dreams is here watching on YouTube. Hello and welcome. Now, what we're going to do is there's a decoupler. We'll take that. That looks like to be there's a second stage, a primary stage, and way too many boosters. We'll sort that out later. But I think if we remove this, then that's the re-entry module. And what I'm thinking is if we can put a docking port on here. So can I put? Yeah, we'll put this back on. And we don't need. I don't think we need any of these side boosters, even no matter how big the satellite's going to be. I just hope we've got the technology to build a decent satellite. Yeah, scratch build. Well, it's almost a scratch build. It is build time. So this is a rocket that or a stripped down version of the rocket that I made to take somebody to the moon and back. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this to make something else. So I've just noticed we've got a service bay on there. I don't want that. So if we go like this, take the heat shield out, get that out there. Right, so we're going to use Valentina to go and put something in orbit. That's what I want to do. So let's have a look. We could have a decoupler. Let's see. I really want a docking node of some description. So for robotics, we've got a turbo shaft engine. Structural, we've got various different little things. Command and control. No. We've got quite a few things, but I'm not sure we've got everything that we want to be able to do this. It's like rocket science. It is. It's just like rocket science. What's that? Oh my goodness, no, we don't want that. We've got science stuff. Communications. We're going to need a communication antenna of some description. We're going to need solar panels and batteries. We're going to not need any thermal or any ground legs. It's not going to need any dynamics. I guess we could really build it around a service bay. We're going to have to use a decoupler. We've not got a smaller decoupler than that. No. All right, we'll use this. And we'll have to sort out the staging everywhere else. Where else are you streaming? I'm currently streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So let's put the bottom. I mean, we do have structural fuselages, but I don't really want that. I think we should use the service bay as the kind of core of our probe. Let's open that up. And I guess if we had 2... No, let's not have 2. That's ridiculous. If we have the science at the bottom and then the batteries at the top, and we need something to be able to control this as well at some point. So we're going to need one of these. So crew capacity 3, crew capacity 2, crew capacity 1. There's a Stay Putnik. The Stay Putnik, does it have SAS? It's got scan terrain modes on the Kerbal net access. It's got a data transmitter inside it. doesn't look like it's got any SAS. I guess we could just have an empty command pod up there, because it can hold electrical charge. It's got a reaction wheel. It could have monopropellant. There's variants as well. I didn't know you could get variants. Epic vid. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. If you want to do any sort of collaboration, then please get in touch with me. Go to masterhellish.net for my contact information. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I mean, I would definitely want something with reaction wheels, but I ideally want something with SAS as well. Tell you what, let's use a command pod. Okay, we're going to put a command pod up there with nobody in it, and then we'll put solar panels on and all of the good stuff. Do we want lights? We don't want lights.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much for the follow, Stream Sniper 2004. Okay, right. We don't need the reaction wheels because we've got that with the command pod. We don't need any structural and we don't need any robotics. We've got our coupling, we've got our payload. We don't need aerodynamics or ground. We don't need thermal on this. We need some electrical. So I think what we'll do is we'll put a couple of electrical batteries on that there. Yeah. And then just to make sure that there's always some part of this satellite facing the sun, let's put solar panels all the way around that. That sounds good to me. Then for communication, what we got here? So we got the Communitron, which has got a 3.3 megabits per second bandwidth and a packet size of 2 megabits. Requires electrical charge. This one's got the same packet size and bandwidth. This one's got the same packet size but a bigger bandwidth. It requires a lot more electrical charge, and it's got a deployable antenna. Oh my gracious. oh no. Oh, we don't need that. Okay, we just want one, please. How's that in what way is that deployable? Is that like there and then extend antenna? Oh yeah, and then it just flips out like that. Okay, let's retract antenna. I mean, I kind of wish we had two. Just because for looks. And then when we get up there, we can just go boing. Yeah, I like that. We're going to have that. Hey, Stream Sniper. Watching there on Twitch TV. How you doing? Alex says, there's not a lot of YouTube viewers on your stream. Is it different on Twitch? Maybe you should do a poll on a new time for streams. I don't have the choice of when I do my streams. I have a day job, I have a family, I have a business, and then I do live streams and videos. If I did live streams and videos and it was like my only job, then I would do streams at different times to what I would do. I'd be doing things at different times of the day, we'd do different types of streams, but at the moment the only time I stream is the only time I'm available to do it. So you're kind of stuck with either watching it live if you can, or if you can't, then you have to do something else. Right, what's that? Right, let's put one of each of the sciences up there, I guess. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, because for most of these missions you just have to do like one piece of scientific data, but it'd just be nice to have like, there we go, do that. Now I haven't checked yet as to whether this aircraft could put, there we go, there's our science bay, let's clear that, could put our new satellite into orbit. I have no idea. I don't think I've forgotten anything with the satellite because it's got reaction wheels and stuff, So it's fine for me, but just some of your other fans. I don't know. I will. Oh no! You weren't being insensitive. Yeah, a lot of people ask me things, and they just assume that this is all I do. Where really, YouTube and streaming and stuff is actually a very small fraction of my life. And I don't know why people make that assumption, but let's have a look here. So we've got drogue chutes, parachutes, and there's the decouple. That decouple is going to probably need to happen before we separate from the second stage. Yes. Now the question is, do we give it fuel? And what sort of orbit do we put it in? Because I don't think we want to put it in a straight round orbit. I think we want to put it into some weird elliptical orbit. Yes! We should definitely put it into a weird elliptical orbit. I don't know. Is it possible to make a Starlink satellite constellation? Yeah, it's certainly possible. I mean, I'm not going to do that because I haven't got time. Okay, so the second stage... let's just check the staging on this before we go up. That satellite will be alright. I like it. It's a nice little beginning satellite. So our engines light up on our first stage and our boosters, and the clamps release. Then at some point we lose the side boosters, and then we fly up with the main stage. The main stage then detects and we light up our second stage. And then after that we launch our satellite and start deorbiting our spacecraft and land back down with drogue chutes and then standard parachutes. Okay, that's cool. We've got the fuel cross feeds on this. I think we're good. I think we're ready to launch. Is the rocket probe controlled, or are you sending it a poor Kerbal up to space alone? Good question. I haven't checked whether this command pod can go up. And we do need... I'd probably need to put a probe on it. Crew must include a pilot. Oh no. Yeah. Right. Well, you did that, didn't you? I need a new plan. I can't use this command pod. Not how I wanted to, anyway. Let's... I think the only probe... Minimum crew, minimum crew, minimum crew. Minimum crew. Minimum crew. Yeah. We've only got... Oh, hang on. Unmanned. Ah, here we go. A requires electrical charge. Internal antenna. It's got reaction wheels and stability assist. That's what I need. That looks ridiculous. What I'm going to... I'm going to put it inside the bay. I'm going to put it inside the utility bay, cargo bay. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so what we got in here? Oh, science. So we've got the science bay, then you got the control bay, and then... Do we want a cone? I think we want a cone for this, don't we? Some sort of cone. We don't want command and control. Thank you very much for the follow. No, that's way too big. Suppose we could use... I mean, that's too big. That is just way too big. I think this is difficult because it's not what I originally planned. I mean, I could put a nose cone on it. Let's put the battery on. Then that bit can go on the top. Maybe. Yeah. So we got the solar panels around the battery. Can then we put a cone on the battery there? See, I don't think those solar panels look right to me. No, they don't. I mean, we could put them like this, but then I think that might stop the service bay from opening. Definitely need a new solution here. Yeah. Right, let's have another look at the different tanks and so forth. No, that's way too big. Gavin, thank you very much for the follow. Just need to figure out a good way to set this up in terms of aerodynamics. Now, if I want to, we can ditch the batteries and the batteries can go inside one of these canisters. So that's not the difficult bit. The difficult bit is finding something nice to sit on the top here that we can then put the solar panels on. I mean, we could just put a big piece of tubing on, but I don't really want to do that. That's too big. This is the problem when you're in this early game stage. You don't really have a massive amount of options. Tiny nose cone. Very small nose cone. We could just put loads of nose cones on it. I mean, there is that. Actually, that works. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad. I mean, the panels do clip into each other a little bit, which I don't like. So maybe if we reduce the number of them... I mean, we could also try... something like this. It looks like can't say it now. R2D2. I'm not sure it does look like R2D2. Let's see if we can actually get these mounted inside a little bit better. Because at the minute they're sticking on the surface quite high. So if we do them one notch in... No. Let's try one notch down. Ah, yeah, that's much better. Look. They're kind of attuned from the surface and they fit quite nicely now. I like that. Okay, so we have that sorted. Let's retract these. Oop. And then inside here we need the batteries. I don't think we need reaction wheels because this has got it. Yeah, it has got reaction wheels. So we just need some... Well, it has got battery power in there, but I'd rather have a lot of spare battery. So we can't... Well, I suppose we could put the circular one in. It's just not a lot of room for it. We could put one circular in. Oh, look at that. I prefer that. Yes. Yes. Let's do that. Close that up. Now the only problem we're going to have is if the sun is only on the bottom. In which case we could go cold. But I think that's a half decent early satellite. The relays facing forward hurt you. Well, there's nothing wrong with them there. You want me to rotate them so they point backwards? I mean, that's the front. It's going to be. They're going to be facing the planet. Let's carry on. The solar panels might get destroyed by heat if you put them on the cone. I don't think they'll get destroyed by heat going up. We're going to be going up slow enough, I think. We've got enough of a slow burn on this craft. Right, let's make sure Valentina is on board. Valentina is on board. Valentina's in the Mark 1 command pod there. Our staging looks good. Yep. I think we're ready to go. We're ready to go. We're not going to save this craft. Do we save this craft? Yeah. Let's save this as Sat 1. Sat Mark 1. There we go. Much better. Much, 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 much better. Let's see what happens. What do you mean, oh, never mind? I'm confused. Right, here we go. Let's get SAS on. Engines to maximum. Valentina's ready. We're ready. I guess you guys are ready. Frames have been pretty good. We haven't had any more drops recently, so I'll keep an eye on that. And we'll launch in 3... Oh, we're off. I meant to do that. Right, so I'm going to try, once we get up to about 5k, maybe 6 or 7, I'm going to try and put us into a pretty weird orbit. I don't know why the camera's slightly off. Oh, we're getting some wobble. Hopefully that will sort itself out. Or is it just going to get worse? SAS off. Let's do this manually. Whoa, no. SAS on. SAS on. Right, we are 6k up. I'm going to start bringing us over. Whoa, we got some wobble on today. We've still got our side boosters on. There we go. There we go. The craft is stabilised. He says it's doing okay. There we go. So let's see if those side boosters peel off okay. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. So there's our extra oomph to get ourselves up. And I want to try and get us in a highly elliptical orbit, really. Now, what sort of... We're still going at full throttle. Now, this engine doesn't gimbal, so we really only have these wings while we're in the atmosphere. And we're about to get out the atmosphere. But we do have quite a lot of the... We have 2 pods that can deliver some torque. So let's start getting this thing over a little bit more on its side. Just a little bit more on its side. Let's see how we're going. Good. That's a good angle. And we're actually going to get up into space quite easily there. So let's cut the engine. Now, there's a 76. Okay, so we're up. We're up in space. The satellite didn't burn up or anything like that. It didn't go weird. Valentina's quite happy. We can still get our craft going. We've got a lot of fuel left in the first stage, let alone the second stage. We may even be able to repulsively land the second stage. I doubt it. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Gleb's here and says, hey ho, Elish, hello, hello to you. We did have some drop frames. I'm getting some report of a little bit of drop frames. So it looks like we do have something that we're going to have to look into in between streams. Which is weird, because we haven't had this problem with any other game. Right, looking at the map, we're starting to get up to our highest point. We have just gone into space, so let's go prograde. Start doing a gentle burn. Where's our electrical? Our electrical charge is still perfect. There we go. And let's have a look at the map now. Yeah, we want to start burning now, so let's max power on that engine. Ooh, I think we're going to be able to get this into orbit. It certainly looks like it's going well. Remember, we've still got the second stage yet, just sat there doing nothing. Then we're still on the first stage. I severely over-engineered this. I really did. But what we at now? 78 kilometers there. That's fine. We may do some tweaking to get the perfect orbit, but I'm quite happy with the way this is going at the moment. And we're about to lose this first stage now, which is fine. Yeah, don't want to overdo it though. Okay, so we have 38 kilometers on the other side of the planet. Let's detach and fire up the second stage. And hold it there. So we've got a 92 and a 75. I think what we'll do is we'll wait until we get round to the 75. Then we'll push our 92 out to maybe 500. I think we'll do that. So let's just fast forward for a minute. Whoa, there we go. Right. Aircraft will be realigning now. Where is it? There it is. Looks like we're all aligned quite nicely. So let's max power that out. Yeah, easy. Oh, we've done a fantastic job. So we've got a really weird wonky orbit on purpose. And we're pushing ourselves out. And I want it to be about 500. What? Why can't I stop? I don't... Oh, the add maneuver node thing was there and it wasn't allowing me to stop. I don't want to add a maneuver node. I just want to keep an eye on that. Okay. 572. You know what? That will do. 572 will do, no problem. So what we're going to do now is we are going to launch our satellite with the force of this. There we go. Hopefully KSP recognizes that as a separate entity. So let's quickly go to the tracking station. And we've got the Sat Mark 1, Debris, another Sat. We've got two different Sat Mark 1s. Let's fly this Sat Mark 1 and see what we get. I think we can rename it. So that's it. There we go. There's our satellite. We can extend the antennas. And presume... Oh, we can extend them individually. And I guess if we just want to rotate, we can. So if for now we just point ourselves sideways to Kerbin, let's have a look at the fuel situation. There we go. So we are pointing one way. We've got a bit of a solar panel action going on there. I think that's probably the best first satellite ever. So what do satellites do? I will show you once we get Valentina back. You can click the purple button on the lower left screen. Alright, okay. Cool. Thank you, Pi. I forgot about that. Right, so that's there. Now, if I wanted to, I could put a bit of a spin on it. Turn off the SAS, and that's just going to spin forever. I like the idea of it rotating. So we're going to leave that there rotating. Go back to the tracking station and switch back to Valentina. So Valentina is in the Sat Mark 1 can orbiting. So we'll fly that. And we'll try and get back. See how it goes. Okay, so we've got a lot of fuel. And I mean a lot. Now, I'm pretty sure that this has got a gimbal on it. Yes, it has. There is the satellite over there, floating away from us. Let's put ourselves retrograde. And normally what you'd do, you'd wait until you got up here and you'd bring the prograde in. But we've got so much fuel, it doesn't matter. We've got so much fuel. I might even try and land this, like properly land it on the engine. There's the space center. No, that's one of the launch sites. Is that our launch site? I don't know. Right, looks like that'll do it. Oh, do you think we might be able to land back at the space center? Well, that's got... okay, let's give it a go. I'm going to estimate... Give it a 25. I'm just going to try and figure this out. And what's going on? Okay, if I burn here, how much fuel have we got? Still over half of the second stage. Yeah, look, that's twisting our orbit, so hopefully we can fly over the space center and land back there as well. 29, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just a little bit more. You know, I could have used a maneuver node for that, but I didn't. I could land back at the space center. I don't know. I am terrible in this game at judging where I might land. So now it's a little bit of a waiting game until we enter the atmosphere. I just need to sort something quickly. Where's it gone? Right. So let's bring Valentina back now that the satellite's in space. I don't know where the satellite's gone. It's disappeared. The only problem I can think of is at the minute we're coming back with this ring on the top of the craft. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the parachutes. Right. Just going to make sure that we're pointing backwards. I'm pretty sure that engine's going to start heating up on re-entry, and if it does, we're going to have to jettison it and try and maybe use a drogue chute in the upper atmosphere to make sure we're pointing the right way. But we'll see. Here we go. So we're now starting to enter the... Well, we're no longer in space. Valentina's loving it. We are 60 kilometers up and going nearly 2.5 kilometers a second. Okay. I kind of wish that I put ourselves higher above in an orbit. I think this is the ocean before where the space center is. Oh, what if I can land back on the launch pad? What? Oh, here we go. We're starting to heat up. Okay, I'm going to have to pay attention to things now. So, everything seems to be nominal at the moment. If I need to launch one drogue chute to get us stabilised... see, it requires a minimum pressure, so I don't think we'd be able to do that. And I don't think like spinning through the atmosphere is really going to help us. We're not slowing down very much, but at the moment I don't really care about that. Well, we're stable. The engine's taking the heat. I should bring Valentina down properly. Wouldn't a parachute burn? It would now, Egg. But what it probably do is pull the aircraft round the right way. So, hang on a second. So, what I'm talking about releasing a drogue chute that high up is... thank you for the follow, Echo Wolf. So, if I needed to detach the second stage, we'd probably end up with the capsule facing the wrong way. So if I did a drogue chute, it would probably pull it round the right way, and at which point, hopefully the SAS system would kick in and actually keep it pointing the right way. We only need it to turn around. So, yes, it would destroy the parachute, but it may turn us around the right way. We'll see. So we're still going ridiculously fast. I don't know, Egg, actually. I'm just theorising. We are starting to starting to slow down. Ah, there we go. Look, we're getting heating. We're getting heating on the engine. It looks like it's steady, though. Warm but steady. I'm not seeing an increase, really. Maybe there is a very slow increase on the heating. Yeah, we're getting a slight overheat on the engine now. You can see it in the bottom left-hand corner there. Looks like we're dropping frames. Yeah, we're dropping frames really bad. Maybe I need to turn the graphics count down on this game. I'm not sure. Okay. The overheat's doing okay at the moment, but we're still going way too fast in the atmosphere. But, again, the lower we get, the better. This is a gamble. This is a big gamble. Yeah, the overheat is really starting to kick in now. We need to lose some height to get... Oh, there we go. The camera's just sorted itself out. Is that the Space Centre down there? Have I gone the wrong way? Oh, the Space Centre's over there. So this has all gone horribly wrong for getting into the Space Centre. In which case... let's do some reverse thrust. Try and slow us down. The overheat's cooling off. Okay. That slowed us down enough to stop the overheating. The Space Centre is over there. I don't know why I'm pointing to the actual screen. Where the mouse cursor is. It's just over the horizon. We completely missed it. You probably how you have your encoding set up. I do need to double check my encoding. What I'll do is I'll sort it out for next time. The thing is that we made some tweaks and it worked for a lot of games. I think we just need it to work for this one as well. Okay, we're starting to overheat again. But again, if I do a burst of the engine, that slows the craft down to the point where it doesn't overheat, which is nice. We're about 25 kilometers up, but we're still going very fast. But the lower we get, the more drag we get. The better Valentina's chances are, I feel. We're just about to start getting to the thicker parts of the atmosphere. I wonder if we can land without parachutes. No, we can't land without parachutes. This engine isn't strong enough. Airport wants to know when the Minecraft stream is. Streams are announced on Discord, as they always have been, so unless it's a special event. So just continue to follow the announcements. Streams are rarely planned any further ahead than the day that they're on. Right, we're definitely in the thicker parts of the atmosphere now. We're starting to pull about 3 Gs. We're slowing down significantly. We'll be able to get our drogue chutes open. Oh, no, we've spun. Oh, we nearly spun. Let's move stage 2 to the top. For some reason, it's trying to flip to its side. We'll be able to open... Right, drogue chutes now. Let's do the drogue chutes to keep this aircraft from spinning out of control. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We are heading down quite quickly though. But that's fine. We've got a long way to go yet, and the drogue chutes haven't even opened. They'll open now. There you go. Drogue chutes have opened. We're at 40 odd meters per second. I'm going to attempt to repulsively land this. So I'm going to get us down to about 200 meters per second. No. Whoa! No! What happened? It just completely lagged out. We lost Valentina. Oh. Smashed down and was destroyed. Water destroyed. No. I couldn't even get the engines powered up in time. It was terrible. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, there you go. There's me trying to do something different, trying to have a go at stuff. You can't really land in water repulsively. Yeah, you can. I've done it before. The problem there is that we were going too fast. We were going at 40 meters per second. I didn't slow the time dilation down quick enough. I was on 4 times speed for too long there, and then I didn't slow it down quick enough to get that engine up to full power. So I think with the drogue chutes and the engine, we could have done that. Never mind. Never mind. Can you get an unmanned satellite, says Brandon. That's what we've just done. We've just put an unmanned satellite into orbit. I mean, Valentina lost her life to do it. Where is it? There it is. So we've got the jet lobber debris. Let's get rid of that. We've got orbiter debris. We'll get rid of that. More lobber debris. Get rid of that. And then the satellite. Here's the satellite. No, it's not manned. This is an unmanned craft. Floating around Kerbin. So now we've got an unmanned craft going around Kerbin. We've got this thing for transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin. So we can open up the science bay. Log pressure data. And transmit that back. And that then successfully does that mission. But if we get a mission to do science in data in space around Kerbin again, we can use the same satellite without having to launch anything. Yes, a manned satellite would be a space station. Come on. You can get you sort of can get infinite Kerbins. What's going on here? Kerbin's gone. Okay, let's save the game and exit. And reload it. I have not deleted the world. No idea what happened there. Let's try going straight back into the live Let's Play and see if that works. Okay. Is it just night time? I think it's just night time. Let's just fast forward. No, there's something a bit broken. That's a bit weird. Oh, well, I guess I need to restart the game then. Oh dear, that's a shame, isn't it? Mate, I hope it's not something wrong with our save, otherwise we'd have to go back to our last quick save. Was when Valentina was flying above Kerbin. I'm just going to reload Kerbal Space Program. We'll see what happened. I did not delete the world. Definitely didn't delete the world. Oh, I'm a little bit disappointed. Jack, where are you? Yeah. I'm feeling all right. So, did you want to see if the others want to do CS:GO at 9:30? Because that's when I'm planning for this stream to come to a close. I suppose I could have typed that somewhere, but I thought I'd just address you directly. Right then. Kerbal Space Program is just loading now. I like one of the background images that's up now that you guys can't see at the moment. is a screenshot from the game, and it looks really cool. But in the top left-hand corner, it says, "This image contains mods." Your Twitch has stopped responding. Well, that's no good. Hopefully reloading the game gets rid of the issue. I've got a black screen at the moment. I've got the menu. I'm going to go start game. I'm going to go resume saved. I'm going to load my live let's play. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's fixed. Right. There we go. So it is night time, but at least we can see what's going on now. Now we're going to need a new pilot. We're going to have to go to the astronaut complex and hire a new pilot because we've lost 2 pilots now. Poor Jebediah and poor Valentina. And it looks like we've got the option of 2 pilots. D. Scott and Kenley. Now, Kenley has got courage and very little stupidity. And D. Scott's got both. So I think we're going to hire Kenley. Now, it costs money to hire them. And I think every time you hire it, it costs more. So there we go. We've now got a new astronaut. Right. We should have brought Valentina down properly. Really should have done it properly. Jack says it looks like we've got 4 for CSGO. No, we should definitely either go with a random or we could offer it up to other viewers to come and join us. So give it a shout out in the public Discord chat. Right then, what's the next mission? Surely we've got rescue somebody from orbit. Okay, so we've got somebody who's stranded in low Earth orbit around Kerbin. Return her to safety. Let's do that. And there we go, we've got plant flag on moon as well at some point. So we are going to go back to the moon, we'll plant a flag on it, we'll do all that sort of stuff. But we've got a rescue mission. We lost Valentina, but it's time to rescue somebody else. Yes, I accidentally killed Valentina. I was being reckless. I mean, Jebediah died ages ago. But this is what happens when you play the game properly and you try things and you push the boundaries. Right, what are we doing? A rescue mission, that's right. So, actually, for a rescue mission, the SAT Mark 1 is actually a good ship to do. But we just changed the can out. So we don't want this. We'll take off the parachutes. Swap the can out for the other command pod. Because, if I remember correctly, you can get, in the Mark II command pod, you can get 2 people in it. So we'll have one going up, and then we'll bring the other one down. And then we'll fit that to the bottom, and we'll leave it that weird shape, because I don't care. Put the drogues back on. Put the standard chutes back on. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Hopefully all of those chutes should do the job. We haven't got the right sized heat shield on there. Oh, hang on. Oh, I don't think we've got a heat shield on there at all. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Let's get the right... No, that's not the right heat shield. There we... That doesn't look right. Why is that not fit into the... There we go. Now we've got the right heat shield on there. Perfect. Right, what's next? check the staging. Second stage. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, okay. So we should have plenty of fuel to get up there and do some sort of rendezvous, which I haven't done in a very long time. Who's in it? Who's in the aircraft? Right, Bill and Bob. No. It's our new person, Kenley. Kenley's going on the rescue mission. Why? Alright, and we're not doing a nighttime launch. Right, let's have a look. So, what's this? There we go. There's our target. It is in a good orbit. We probably want to wait until it's about to come up to us. So if we're here on the launch pad. If we fast forward, whoa, to there. There? About there? About there. Right. SAS on, throttle to max. We don't get to launch in the day, unfortunately. This craft is going to have a little... Well, no, it hasn't got a satellite on the top, so hopefully we'll have a little bit more fuel when we get up there. Let's just move those launch clamps to a different stage. There we go. Rescue mission time. Hopefully we can get her in the can. There is a crew hatch on this. I just hope I haven't covered up the crew hatch. I did forget to check that. I don't think I've covered up the crew hatch. We've got a big wobble on. But that's okay. It's because I forgot to limit these flaps. They need subtle adjustments, but don't worry. Whoa, no. Steady. Steady. Right. Can't really see anything. I'm just relying on the nav ball at the minute. Oh my goodness. Okay, time for separation. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more stable now. Oh my goodness, we're not. Why are we not so stable? Okay, we are, that's it, we're better now. Nighttime launches, you can't really see a lot, can you? Now we've got to hit a particular orbit with this. God, it's been a long time since I've done a rendezvous with this sort of thing. Hopefully we have enough time on the stream to do it. And I think I launched just a little bit too early. But it's alright. We'll see how it goes. Right, they're not that far up, so that's good. And... ooh. Looks like we've almost got intersect nodes already. But I'll get us into an orbit. Or at least I hope I'll get us into an orbit. We've got half a tank of fuel left on the first stage. That's really good. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. Now, because of this pilot hasn't got any special abilities, I'm going to have to point the rocket in the direction I want to. We're also a little bit low. Okay, let's go from there. Just make sure we're pointing in the right direction. So, we've got electrical charge. Electrical charge fuel. Yeah. Okay, so the craft is actually slowly turning the way I want it to, I think. Where's this? It's so difficult to see at night. It's not my choice to do this mission at night. Okay, here we go. Just got to get that spot on the prograde. Then maximum power. Oh, I don't know if we're going to do it. It's not going to be a very nice orbit, even if I manage it. I did it a bit late. It took us too long to turn the craft. Well, hopefully we can burn through this fuel and get the second stage up and going. And then we'll get some sort of encounter, some sort of rendezvous. Oh no, are we going to succeed here? I hope so. I think we are. I think we're going to be okay. We just might have a bit of problem with getting the orbits right. Oh, I remember spending so much time in this. Oh, there's the end of the first stage. Right, we're on the second stage now. Is it growing enough? Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. At least our aircraft turns a lot better now. So we want to get 2 orbits that are very similar. And actually their aircraft, their craft has actually caught up with us quite a lot. So maybe I was roughly in the right sort of ballpark for getting that in there. Okay. Okay, so now, well, that's 42. Let's give it a bit more push. Try and get it in line a bit more. Just doing most of this by eye, to be honest. Right, so that is giving us a 61 on that side. That's not the best. That is not the best. That's going to slow us down. We need to get prograde and we need to give ourselves an extra boost, I think. But the orbit is actually quite close to our person that we want to rescue. So maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. It does seem to be a relatively even orbit. We are just cutting through the upper atmosphere at the moment. Right, we need to allow them to catch up with us. So a bigger orbit is actually what we do want. Okay. It's cool. We're actually doing this right. I don't know how I managed it, but we are actually doing it right. So we're this first can. And there's the second craft behind us. When we get to our highest orbit, I will push the periapsis out to match the other one. And then we'll just let the other aircraft catch up. We're getting an actual targeted position there where we're going to get a close approach. So it may be that we can do quite well. Right, how high are we? Let's just switch back for a second. Okay, so now we're in space again. So I can fast forward. And because we're taking a slightly wider loop around here, they are going to catch up with us. So now I'm going to try and adjust the approach there. So if I do a slow burn, what do we get? No. They're not getting the right... They're not getting... Right, we need to keep this craft in orbit, so... Whoa! It just flipped round too far. We're keeping an eye on the nav ball here. This is definitely a nav ball and map scenario. So let's just push... Oh! Okay, we've got an intersect of 31 kilometers. That's not actually too bad. Maybe we can adjust that so it works out a little bit better. Here we go. The intersect's getting closer. I think that's as close as we're going to get it there. What's the intersect there? 16 kilometers. That's, again, not the best. But it's okay. We'll catch it on the next time round. We'll tune it. So we're still ahead. we're going to get very close here, and I'm sure we can tune it brilliantly. So let's speed up until we get round to the other side, when we're actually really close to each other. And now we're just going to we're going to have to go retrograde. Do a little burn there. And as soon as we pass this mark, it should calculate the next intersect. There we go. So that's the next intersect. It's way too wide. So if I retrograde that, they should come closer together. Here we go. Wrong side of the planet. Here we go. We're within 0.4 kilometers. Yes, I will take that. The relative velocities are actually quite big, but 400 meters away, he says, not being sure about anything. Let's do a warp to here. Are you going to cover the world in satellites? No, Brandon. I am not Elon Musk. So the two capsules are taking two slightly different paths to this rendezvous, so that one of them can catch up. And here we go. So there's one on the inside, one on the outside. Time warp stopped for because we've come into atmosphere. The problem with this is that we're all way too close to the atmosphere with this intersect. And the biggest problem of all is I can only do a 4 times warp, which doesn't help the situation. My goodness, this is at 4 times warp. Right, we have to keep an eye on this because we're going through the atmosphere. We're getting further apart, I think. 4.6, 4.8. So if I put ourselves prograde, give ourselves just a little boost. Does that then bring them closer together? Yes, it does. Okay, so I can do those little boosts and it'll be fine. 2.1, where are we? We're starting to come back up out the atmosphere. Let's just make sure that we... 2, 1.9, 1.8. We need to get these things as close together as possible. 1.7, 1.6. It's really small on my screen. Can't imagine what it's like for you guys. 1.4, 1.3. It's looking good. Okay, I've managed to get them within a kilometre. Whoa! Pressed the wrong button. 2.5 kilometres now. How high up are we? We're still in the atmosphere, just about. You can't read it. Okay, I'll give you the readouts then. So I'm probably going to have to do a burn back the other direction because I just full throttled my spacecraft by accident. How are we looking on fuel? Plenty of fuel. Okay, there we go. Right, let's try this again. Separation of 2.3, 2.2, 2.1. Let's have a look. What we've got a separation there? 1.2. Because at a certain point, it will start getting further away again. There's only so close you're going to get. 1.8, 1.7, 1.6, 5. There. Right. Okay. Are we out of? Are we back in space yet? Not just yet. Okay. Let's speed up time. We need to be 70 kilometers up so that we know that we're not going to be affected by any sort of aero forces at all. I wonder if we can see the other capsule yet. It should be very close by. It should be... There it is! There's our target. 11 kilometres away, and we're closing. We've got a gap of half a kilometre. Question is, can you increase your orbital speeds without changing the orbital pattern? I'm hoping just to make the transfer so quick it doesn't matter. The problem is you need to null out your relative velocity to the target. So when we get close enough, we've got we'll null out the relative velocity, and then we'll just try and wing it. So that's 3 kilometers to 2.4, 2.3, 1.9, 1.8. When it gets to 1 kilometer, I'm going to try and stop. Right, stop the time dilation. And I'm going to try and just get rid of the relative velocity. And that's that figure down here. We've got... Whoa! 0.5 meters per second. So less than a meter a second we're actually getting away from each other. Let's see if I can get that even better. 0.4. It flipped around the other way because I missed the stop button again. This would be a lot easier with better controls. This early in the game I'm a bit daft to try and do it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, 0.1 meter. Can I switch? How do I switch? Here we go. Right. Megwin. It's close. Okay. Let's get out. EVA. Let go. RCS on. And where are we going to? There's our target. Okay, so we set that as a target. Can I set that as a target? Can I do it in the map? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Nope, that's not even Kerbal Space Program. Here we go. I can't actually see. Ah! I don't want to add a maneuver node. I just want to get to that. Right, okay. There we are. Set it as target. Brilliant. So we want to get towards the target. How do we go towards? Translate. Where's our translation? Was that it? So I think we're headed towards the target. It's 674. Oh, it's getting away from us. Here we go. We're getting closer to it now. And we're going to run out of RCS if we're not careful. I don't know what the... Oh, we're getting further away again. Getting further away. He's getting away from us. This isn't working. Oh no. Right, switch. Switch again. Okay, I think we're getting closer. 1.2. .3. It's not working. It's not working. Ah! Right, I need to find a way to target her and bring the spacecraft to her. But I don't see her in space. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There. Okay, okay, I've managed to... There we go. Set as target. I think I've done it. I've set her as target, okay. Let's try this. She's 1.5k away. Right, we're now heading towards target, I think. Yes, 1.4k. Okay, big blast. Okay, so now we need to go retrograde to stave off that velocity. Yeah, 1.3. She's getting closer. .2. There we go. That's doing better. That's doing a lot better. Okay. Now, how do we get... That would take us away from the target. I'm just trying to wing it here. I'm just trying to work it out. So let's just try going towards her. Like, point the engine, point the spacecraft at her, and see if that does it. Okay, here we go. Let's find out. This is not easy to control without the extra options. Yep, that's certainly doing something. Okay, we need to get retrograde to target now. And we try not to burn her with the engines. Yes, yes, this is working. This is working. We're getting closer. 800 meters away. 700 meters. No, 750 now. She's going to shoot past us. But then we'll do another maneuver to get closer. I've remembered how to do this. God, it must have been like 5 years, maybe more, since I did something. Okay, so as soon as she starts to get kind of parallel to where we are, we need to arrest our velocity and then repoint. So I think she's only 350 meters away now, I think. Let's try and just stop things. Now, we've stopped that. Let's repoint at her. And hopefully we can get a much better EVA this time where she... come on, let's just point... No, nozzle. I don't know what orientation this spacecraft's in, but it's doing my head in. Right, here we go, here we go, here we go. And... less than 250 now. Now we need to swing this thing round it quickly. Because she's fast approaching. And we need to get ready to stop her fastly approaching. I can almost see her properly now. Okay, here we go. Slowing things down. She's less than 100 meters away. Oh, no! Oh, I overcooked it. Overcooked it. Oh, no, 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 no. She's doing so well. There we go. There we go. Increase the power. Increase the power. Okay, she just shot past us at 47 meters. Okay, let's get rid of that velocity. It might be that I need to be much more gentle. Here we go. And I need to turn the craft round straight away. Okay, we're going too fast. She's 120 away. That's a good one. Okay, let's see what we can do from her vantage point now. I think we might be doing all right. Whoa! I need to be much more gentle. Okay, I think I've got the controls right though, so we're coming in. We're coming in now. Here we go. We're 21 meters away. I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to do it. Little touches. Yes! Okay, this is good. This is good. And we're going to clunk into the side of it a little bit, but... Where's the crew hatch? Where's the hatch? There's the hatch. Can I grab on? Okay, here we go. Up a little. Yep, and then forward a little. Right a little. Up a little. Come on. Grab! Grabbed! Can I board? Boarded! Got her! Got her! Fantastic! Love it! Oh my goodness. Okay, so hopefully our target's gone. We can just deorbit this and hope... Well, we ain't got down to the ground yet. Let's just put this thing in retrograde now. Oh dear. I completely forgot how to do half of that stuff. Completely forgot. And the craft was spinning in all sorts of weird and wonderful directions. Let me try and get this right. So if I do that... There we go. I think I've got the craft facing the right way now. Okay. No, I'm not going to breathe yet. We're getting down to the ground. Right. Our apoapsis is 84. Oh. We're now down to 56 and we're going to land at some point. Soon as we're coming back. You thought she was a goner? Never. Never a goner. Okay. I'm not 100% sure we've got things low enough to land properly. 56. Is that going to be enough to aero brake a capsule? I'm thinking we give it a little... Yeah, I'm going to try and land it, Jimmy. I'm going to try and land it. Hopefully this will make up for losing Valentina. We'll get Megwin instead. Right, here we go. We're going to do a quick deorbit burn, I think. 51. 31. That's it. We're definitely coming down on that. We're not going to be able to escape the atmosphere at 31. So, this is where we're now going to eject the bottom. We don't need that. We'll face our bottom, our new bottom. So the second stage is gone. That's done its job. Now we just have to land it with 2 drogue chutes and 2 parachutes and a heavy capsule. Electrical charge is low. I'm going to turn SAS off. Although we've got quite a lot of electrical charge, so I'm going to turn it back on again. It's not really been... Oh, there's the camera changing from orbit mode to landing mode. Hopefully we can land in the sunlight, but I really don't think that's going to happen. I really don't... Whoa, steady. I forgot that you can now tweak things like that while you're going at speed. So we're 58k up. Yeah, first Kerbal live stream I'm seeing from you. I've actually got a playlist on my YouTube channel if you want to catch up with the ones that you've missed. Spoiler alert, we have killed some Kerbals. But however, we have had some successes as well. It's a mixed bag. Anyway, things don't go wrong. They just get interesting. Buy the t-shirt on hellishstore.net. Right. We're 51k up. We're starting to get into the thick part of the atmosphere now. Not the thick part. The top part of the atmosphere. And the aircraft just needs a little bit of correction to keep that ablator pointing perfectly into the stream there. We're coming down quite quickly, actually. 42. Let's have a look at the map angle. Yeah, we're going to land in the dark, and I have no idea over what. Whether it's going to be a land landing, a sea landing, I have no idea. Okay. But everything is pretty much ready to roll. We just turned SAS off, and that just allows the wind to kind of keep us on a true trajectory. It keeps it nice and even. The ablator's doing a beautiful job here as these 2 brave astronauts. And they must be brave to be part of my space program after what happened earlier in the live stream. Here we go. You looked up and saw a burning flat Earth? What are you talking about? The Earth isn't burning. Well, we're 28 kilometers up now, so we're slowing down a lot. So I think we're going to be okay. The disc looked like an Earth bit. Oh, okay. 22. Now we need to switch to height above land. The capsule is still going sideways pretty fast. We're going sideways at 600 meters per second. And it looks like my 2 sets of parachutes are on the same. Did I only put 1 drogue chute on this? I don't know. I don't know. We're still 13 kilometers up, but we've slowed down enough to deploy the drogue chute. So I'm going to do that now. Oh, can we turn the lights on? There we are. There's some little lights there on the capsule. Okay. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the ground. But we're going slow enough to be able to open main chutes as well soon. So we're 6 kilometers up, and we've nearly finished this rescue mission. At 2 kilometers, the drogue chutes will open, and I will deploy the main chutes almost immediately. We just passed the 4 kilometer mark, and we're still going at 140 meters per second towards the ground. So this is going to be quite a big slowdown when these drogues open up. There we go. Drogues are open, a big slowdown. We hit nearly 4 Gs. And I'm going to open main chutes as well now. Main chutes will be deployed, and then they will open fully, I think at about 500 meters. Oh no, it was 1 kilometer. So now we're heading down towards whatever we're heading towards at 6 meters per second, which is actually a little bit fast for my liking. But I'm sure it's survivable. I mean, 6 meters per second is actually relatively quick, isn't it? It is quite quick. Never mind. We'll do a crew report when we land, maybe. I think I can see the land now. There won't be a shadow because it's complete darkness almost. If I knew where the... Oh, here we go. We're going to land. Yes! We're down. Down. Chutes are cut. Both of the Kerbals are so happy to be back, and I'm so happy to have been able to recover them. Recover them? Recover them. Let's see what's going on. So there we go. We recovered the vessel. We got some science. We got some parts. And we got 2 crew. So we got... and both of them gained some XP and advanced to level 1. So we've got a level 1 scientist, which we rescued, and our pilot. So there we go, folks. Happy days. Things... Okay, not everything went to plan today. But overall, we did a successful rendezvous in space. You know what? I'm feeling like I could start doing space station stuff now. We haven't quite got all the technology we need, but we've got a good bit of money, and the missions are starting to get really interesting. We're going to have to explore the moon, plant a flag on the moon. We've got another rescue from orbit, so maybe we'll start that next time and then go to the moon after that. But that is going to be all from me for now. I've already gone on half an hour longer than I was planning on doing. I just had to finish that rescue mission. I thought it was cool. If you thought it was cool, remember to like this video on YouTube, share it with people you know, and if you want to support the channel, you can do so by putting comments down there, giving the likes and all that sort of thing. And you can go to hellishstore.net if you're interested in merch, and if you're not, maybe check out the Viewer Plus program on masterhellish.net. I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the fantastic chat here in the Twitch and YouTube, and I'm sure some people might have been watching on Facebook. We'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching, take care, and for now, goodbye.